Hey everybody, this is Dustin and Terry, RV Specialist. So we're working on a 2016 Grand Design Solitude, and I wanted to talk about silicones and sealants. So we took this underneath off in order to inspect for frame issues, which we actually found none, which was fantastic. But I wanted to show you, once that molding is on here, I wanted to show you how big, compared to my finger, how wide and big these gaps and separations are, and where they cut them, and so when they cut them, they're cutting them with a router. So I mean, you're going to see stuff like this that's not like perfectly straight, but again, they're cutting them to match where the distance is, right? So as this one comes down, you see how it's been cut out, see the big gap. So what we're going to do when we put this bad boy back together is we're going to take some Dicor non-sag sealant. You could also use alpha non-sag sealant if you wanted as well. You could use silicone, but make sure you use an RV grade silicone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in all this area, all the way down to about here. This is where the J metal's at, and there's actually a foam pad behind it. But we're gonna fill that all in. And then of course it was gonna have the putty tape. Now, some of the newer units, you may have seen that tape that they stick on. And that's also, there's several companies that make that, but one of them is Dicor as well. That's almost like a duct tape, but it's a clear tape with it's like a butyl putty to it. We're not real big fans of that, just because when it shifts and moves, it can cut it or tear it on things if things start walking, but it works as well. I'm just old school, so I'm gonna fill that whole area. That way, if something were to penetrate through a screw or something, it doesn't still allow water to get through to it. But anyways, I just wanted to give you that quick tip. So, when you're looking at moldings and you're seeing like where the silicones and stuff end, sometimes the distance of that is very small. I mean, this one's actually pretty decent thickness coming down, but sometimes that's small. We talked about in other videos off this same unit how water was getting up underneath here, that it was getting past these screw cover moldings and coming down and getting into things. And so let me pop over here to the other side, and I think there's still maybe some water stain on there. A little bit, but not much. But basically, Terry's getting ready to go back. He's finishing up, cleaning up everything. He's going to get all this all cleaned up and prepped. He's going to get it all sealed, and then he's going to button it all back up. So same thing with the compartment doors and stuff. A lot of times you look at this thickness and you say, hey, that's as thick as my thumbnail, but really that's only like a 1/4 of an inch behind it, or maybe 3/8 at the most. So make sure you're staying up on your body sealants. Look at the distance between right here. I don't even know what that is. It's less than 1/8. So if that were to separate right there, water's going to immediately drop down in there, versus an area this big or an area that wide or so on. Same thing here is an area that's smaller. So stay up on your body sealants, keep an eye on these moldings, keep an eye on your screw covers, keep an eye on your lights and anything else that can leak in your coach. Remember, we're here in California, and we get a lot of rain part of the time. Sometimes it seems like it lasts all day long, but we do have a lot of customers that come from the foothills and up for like the Tahoe, Reno area. They get a lot more snow and water, so we're trying to prevent water damage. So anyways, hopefully this video helps you. Stay tuned for more. If you haven't joined any of our groups, this particular unit's a Grand Design. We do have Grand Design RV owners in the RV shop with Dustin, but we also have many other manufacturers. And so a lot of the stuff that when we remove it and we're explaining like different tricks and tips and things that we do, all of this stuff is on every brand. So every manufacturer uses the same products for the most part. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, and we will talk to you soon.